This is just a stand-in to demonstrate what the final device will need to do. It will have in here the microprocessor and the BNO sensor, which will then send measurements through through Bluetooth to the computer to control the mouse, and it will translate movement of the hand into movement of the mouse on screen. One way we can do this, for example, is by measuring angular velocity. And if you imagine, these are the axes of the device, the reference frame of the device. The x-axis is yaw movement, y-axis is pitch movement, and z-axis is roll movement. So for example, when we move the hand left and right, that results in angular velocity on the yaw axis on the left and right direction, which then gets transferred into mouse movement on the left or right. When we pitch the device up or down, that causes mouse movement up or down. So this is the basic way the device needs to work, translating the movement of the hand into movement of the mouse on screen. And so far so good. This is how the device currently works, and please check my repository on GitHub if you want to see how I'm doing this in the sketch. Now the issue is when we rotate the device, for example 45 degrees on the roll axis, and we try to replicate the same movement on the yaw axis and movement on the pitch axis, this no longer works, because of course using the reference frame of the device, this movement now translates into movement on both the yaw and the pitch axis, and the same can be said about this movement. So this is the problem that I'm having at the moment, and what I would like to be able to do is to have this movement, even when the device is rotated on the roll axis, still result in yaw movement left and right, or angular velocity left and right, and pitch movement up and down, or angular velocity up and down. And this is what I'm not able to do at the moment. So ideally there would be no difference from being able to do this and this. They would both work the same way. At the moment I'm able to get angular velocity from the sensor, quaternions, gravity vector, etc. Anything that basically you can get if you check the BNO datasheet. What I'm struggling with is figuring out how to use either absolute or relative orientation to be able to transform movement of the hand with the device attached to it to corresponding movement of the mouse on screen. So if I'm moving the hand left with the device attached to it, regardless of whether there is rotation on the roll axis, it should be translated into the corresponding left or right, up or down movement of the mouse on screen. And as I said, I'm able to do it when it's straight, when the device is straight, but the challenge is when there is a rotation, and this is what I would really appreciate your help with. Thank you for watching.